why do we need Power Platform? And we will also be seeing what is AI Builder and why do we need AI Builder, and how can we develop different models inside the AI Builder. And at last, I would be taking up the questions. With that, so the Power Platform is the combination of various applications being available with it, like Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, Power Pages, Power BI, and all those have been combined together, and they were named together as Power Platform. Power Apps is like used for developing the web and mobile development, and Power Automate is like used for having the workflow automation being developed, and Power Virtual Agent is something which has been changed into a different word now, which is Copilot Studio, and which is used for building the chatbots and conversational agents being done with it. And Power Pages is used for connecting the external website with low code, no code platform, which is you don't have to put in much efforts to build your personal website being developed, and you can build it over the Power Pages. And Power BI is used for data exploration, analytics, and reporting tool. And and the things that are available inside these are like data connectors, AI Builder, Microsoft Dataverse, Power Effects, managed environment are something which are available inside the Power Apps and Power Automate. So data connectors is like when you want to connect the uh, particular application, say in example Power Automate, you have to connect this service to some other application, say in terms of Teams, or you have to connect it to a AI Builder. So what you would do is you would go and use the data connector that are available. And when it comes for AI Builder, it is the what is there inside that AI Builder is like, it's not something new when it comes for Power Platform. It has been available since the year of 2019, wherein it has the capabilities of all the AI tools being available with it, and you can go ahead and use the AI Builder from it. And Microsoft Dataverse is something like wherein you can go and store your data with it, which acts as very similar to database, but um, slightly different than the database, and that's available inside the Power Platform is called Dataverse. So these are the things that are available under the Power Platform. And why do we need this specific Power Automate as such is like we have to build, when we want to build a complete RPA solution. Say in case RPA in sense robotic process automation. So when we want to build a complete automation solution being built, say in case like you have to get your invoice and you have to get all those values being generated, and with that values you have to check or you have to do some kind of action with it, and then you have to proceed it for approval. This is the whole process that what we try to do. And what if this is a repetitive task and we can go ahead and automate it, right? So that's where the Power Automate comes in, and robotic process automation also comes in. Power Automate is one of the tool under the robotic process automation. And what happens is like it will be it can get interacted with any of the applications, say in case Power Apps or Power Pages or Power Virtual Agent, and that can also be visualized under the Power BI. So you can have the different applications being developed. And what considering the similar scenario that what we had, like with the help of the AI builder, you can go ahead and use the invoice being generated. And from that invoice, the robotic process automation, with the help of that, you can assign it to your manager's queue, and from there the manager or the person who wants to approve it will be approving it and sending you back the result. So this whole solution can be done without the manual efforts. So that's where the Power Automate comes in. And like we had saw that, right? And now why do we need that is like why do we need a Power Automate is like when we want to build a end-to-end intelligent automation for all the applications that are there, then we would go ahead with Power Automate. And when we want to unlock data potential with the help of the AI, then we would be using the Power Automate. And then if we want to build automation UI with the help of the robotic process automation, then also when we have to orchestrate it with the help of the different API tools that are available, then again we would go back for it and use that. So this is why we would go ahead and use the Power Automate. And inside the Power Automate, there are two different flows. One is cloud flow, and second one is like desktop flow. Cloud flow is something which runs in cloud. Desktop flow is something which runs in locally. Like you will be installing the Power Automate desktop and you would be working with that. Power Automate Cloud Flow is like you would go to the make.powerautomate site and you would be working on inside the cloud. So what we can do inside the desktop is like you can record the action that are being performed when it comes for the uh, desktop, right? So you can record it, the user actions that are being performed, wherein you cannot do the same inside the cloud, but you can run the flows that were developed under the desktop over the cloud. Also, it's something like you cannot interact with the local machine in the cloud, but inside the desktop, you will be interacting with the local machines. So this is the major difference that you should choose whether the cloud flow or the desktop flow. So to an ultimate end, you can use the desktop and you can integrate it inside the cloud flow as well, and you can go ahead with that. So what else can we do inside the Power Automate is like one is something like what we saw, approval workflows. That is something that what we can do inside it. And what all things that what we can do is like with the help of the Power Automate tool, we can develop an automated flow between the favorite applications that whatever we have, and we can sync the files. We can get notifications. We can collect the data, or we can have much more being done with it. Say, in example, when we want to respond to some high priority notification, then we can go ahead and use the Power Automate. Or if we want to capture and track what are the things that are mainly repetitive, then we will be going and using the Power Automate, because it, the robotic process automations work is to minimize your work, right? So the repetitive task can be automated, and it can be done with the help of the Power Automate. So regarding the connectors that are available inside the Power Automate is like inside the Power platform as a whole, you have more than 1,000 connectors being established. Say in case when we want to have the AI builder being done, And you have to get all the results being generated in your teams, or say in case it has to get stored inside the power sharepoint, or say in case you have to get it over outlook. So all these are different kind of connectors that are available, right? So teams is a connector, and then SharePoint is a connector, and again Outlook is a connector. So you have different kind of connectors being available, and you can go ahead and use those connectors and play around with that as well. And what else can we do is like we can have we should build a fundamental flow first, and with the help of that fundamental flow, you will be using the connectors and building the automations over there. So to build the fundamental flow that what we have, we need few things. One is like dynamic data. Dynamic data is like the when we take the invoice as such, the invoice will not be same for every document, right? Say in case one will be of different format, it will have ship from being mentioned with it, and one will not have ship from being mentioned inside it, or it will be directly mentioning the company name without being a ship from being mentioned at it. And we should understand that it is a shipment company that what we are getting the invoice from. So there are differences in the data that what we get to train our model. So that plays a major role. And then variables. You have to set your variables, right? Variables here means that you have to map in all your values. So mapping in the values is like for the data to be done, you have to map in all the fields that are there inside the document of invoice being done, and that becomes the variable. Also, if you want some kind of looping action to be done, say in case you have a document and you found what are the fields inside it, so it is the same process that what you do for the training documents, that whatever that are there for you. So you will be going on to looping it. And then you also have to handle the error handling being done for it. Say in case there may be a scenario that the document can be of empty, or the document can be of plain document, or it may be a OCR fault that it will read 6 as 9 or 9 as 6. So something of that sort is also possible, because it's not 100% human, right? And it's not something that which can understand by its own. So we have to handle those things as well. And apart from that, we also have to add the conditions being added to it, and we also have to add the expressions being available to it. So these are the basic fundamental flow that what we have to keep in mind when it comes for Power Automate to be developed. So we had now been talking about this AI builder for past 15 to 20 minutes, right? So what is this AI builder mean? And as I told you earlier, AI builder is not something new inside the Power Platform. We have this since the year 2019, and it had emerged now to get the OpenAI being available with it. And with the help of the OpenAI as well, you can go ahead and use the services that are there inside the AI builder. So it had came up to that level. And what you can do inside the AI builder is like you can build the models, AI models being done with it, or you can publish the model, or you can deploy the model inside it. And once you had built, test, and published the AI model, you can go ahead and consume the same with the help of the AI builder inside your code. So these all things can be done without a line of code, or if you don't know any basics of AI, then you can still go ahead and use the AI builder that are available in it. And what we can do is like you can build AI model within minutes of time, and you have the guided wizards that are available, and you can follow the same steps and customize it for your case, and you can build the AI builder model for yourself as well. And this is part of the Power Platform and the Dynamic 365, so that we can leverage the models that are there and we can get the best benefits out of it. So these are some of the things that what we can do when it comes under the AI builder. So what does this AI bring to your business with the help of the AI builder is like, it's a Microsoft Power Platform capability that is available, and this is something like which helps us to have the process being done faster, and it also predicts outcome when it comes for doing it at a manual rate. You can do the AI models being done at a faster rate. Also, you can store it in the data platforms such as SharePoint, OneDrive, or you can access it the Azure, or anything can be done over there. And the AI builder simplifies the AI creation experience by giving the people with any level of technical, like what we saw right now, right? Like, even if we don't know anything of AI, and if we still want to use the AI models being available inside our applications, then that's possible with the help of the pre-built models that are there, wherein you don't want to gather any data, or the biggest problem when the data scientist faces like the data gathering, and then they also have to train the model, and they have to handle the model, and these are the things that the data scientist will be majorly focusing on, right? So it reduces the work of uh, data scientist with the help of like, you don't have to gather the data, or you don't have to train the model as such. Say in case if you give it a five collection of invoice being available, then it starts building a model for itself, and the data that whatever you given, it would be getting and trained with that model as as it starts get used with it. So you don't have to sit and train for the model at one stretch. And what about these is like, what can we do with the help of the AI builder that are available is like, you can build custom AI models that are suitable for you for our business, and then we can either select it from the pre-built model, or we can customize it for um, our own. Say in case if we don't want invoice ID to be read from the invoice, then we still can go ahead and edit the properties that are there inside the document. Or if we want to leverage some kind of AI being available inside the apps and workflows, then these are some things that what we can do inside the AI builder. So few example is like when we want to analyze text for classification, or when we want to generate the key phrases, language and sentiment out of it, then we would go ahead with the AI builder. Also, when we want to predict something, predict whether something will happen or not, based on the sentiment, or based on some scenarios, And if we want to read text from images, say in case of invoice processing and then document processing, and when we want to have standard documents being available, and when we want to read from it, then that's possible too under the AI builder. So these are some things that are available under the AI builder. So say in case the difference between the AI builder of custom versus pre-built AI model is like, when you upload few documents, the pre-built AI models are ready to use, and it uses out of box being done, and you don't have to train much out of it, wherein it does not require a training as a whole. Say in case when you want to read a license document, you can directly go ahead and use the pre-built model, because license will have the same thing being mentioned, right? And it does not have anything to be trained apart from that. So you can directly go ahead and get the data out of it. But when you want to say in case like when you are training it for your own purpose, and you are building it for your form, then you have to uh, change it accordingly to your form related fields over there, right? So there comes the custom AI models that are available, and you can go ahead and start using the custom AI models that are there, and you can use that as well. So, where can we use this AI builder is like, there are different kind of scenarios that are available, like what we saw. This is some example that what I had taken and taken from, like, you can use in extract information from invoice, or you can paste it under the extract all text and photos or PDF documents, images, receipt. So there are different kind of things that where we can go ahead and use this as well. And inside which you have two different things. One is build, second one is model. Build is where you would be creating and generating the AI model, and model is like where you have created the model and you had all your created model will be residing on. So these are the things that what we have to do when it comes for AI builder. So how do we train the model is like, when you go on to the Power Apps page, you have the build page being available, and from there we can draft the model, and we also can train the model from it with the data that whatever we had trained on, and we can also publish the model with the help of that, and we can keep track of the model that whatever uh, we had created. So it's something like, if you don't understand anything at this point, maybe I would show you up with a demo, like how do we train the model. So from there we can go ahead and understand it. And once all the things are done, say in case we have created a model, we had trained it, we also have published it. So now we have to keep track of the model, right, as a last step, for which what we would do is like, we would share the model to integrate it with other application. To share the application, what we would do is like, we would select the share the model, and either it can be integrated with Power Apps or Power Platform or anything of that sort, and you can go ahead and use it in application or automation. And there is a whole training when it comes for how do we manage models inside the AI builder, inside the Microsoft Learn as such. We can go ahead, I mean, you can go ahead and scan the QR code, so that you will also get a certificate once you finish this as a whole from the Microsoft that you had earned something from the AI builder, and you also have AI builder being available for free of cost. Like it would be guiding you on how to get the AI builder and everything, wherein you can get much more knowledge about it as well. So now comes the demo part of how do we use it. Okay. Um, yeah. To use the Power Automate, what we would be doing is like we would be navigating to the make.powerautomate.com. So once we had navigated to the make.powerautomate.com, as a regular step, you would be following up with all the environment setup and then user registration, everything like that. And once that is all done, what we would do is like we have AI builder that is available under the Power Automate over here. When you click on that and click on explore, you have something, you have different models which are available under the AI model. And now, which is almost in preview state now, which is like you can go ahead and use the prompts being generated for yourself, and it would be giving you back with the response of it. Say in case it uses the OpenAI as well, so you can go ahead and use that. You can go ahead and use that too. And now what happens is like inside the Power Automate, you have different kind of tools that are there here, right? So when you go down a bit down of it, you have different models being available as predefined one. So you can, when you select all, it would be listed like I had selected all now. And these are the models that are available right now. Wherein you can go ahead and use it, or you can either use the pre-built model as such as well. So it all depends on it. Now that in this session, as this session majorly focus on document extraction from Power Automate, we would majorly focus on the document processing. So either it can be from the invoice, or either it can be from the documents like Word or PDF, something of that sort as well. Or either it can be in the form of photos or PDF. Like when it has to act like OCR, then it would be acting like this. And when it comes for report processing, say in case you have reports being generated, receipts, right? So you have different receipts, and from that receipt, you have to read the model. So you can still go ahead and use it. We saw two different type of model, right? One is pre-built and other one is custom. You can understand from it on which one is custom. Like pre-built is like you don't have to give it a separate training for it, and it would be helping you as such. And pre-built is like when you want to, I mean, you have to build it from the kind of scratch. So you will be building that. And as a first one, we would be seeing on extract information from invoices. So when you go a little down, when you click on that, you will be seeing an example here. Like it would be giving you few examples by itself. along with the fields that what it needs to extract as well. And if you are okay with it, then you can go ahead and use the pre-built model, and you can select it, use in a flow, and go ahead and start using it. First thing is like we would use it in a flow and we would check how it is working. And now when we had clicked on that, then it is now trying to uh, build the build the invoice. Like, it has to read the data from it, and it would be giving you with the result. Like, you can click on the use pre-built model, and when you click on it, then it would be building you up with the result for it, and it would get you back with the details. And you had to actually build it. Like, how do we build is something that what we can see in the next step. Like, if or else, if you want, if you don't need few documents that are here and you have to customize it, then that's something like when you click on create model, then you have different steps being mentioned inside it. Like, uh you you can have the documents being uploaded by yourself. Just a second, let it load so that I can show you up with the results for it. Yeah. Um, when we click on the custom one, then what happens is like it lists up all the data that are there. Or when we don't need something, or we can still go ahead and delete it. Few things are mandate, right? So that cannot be deleted. Or if you need something to be changed, either in case of dot or comma, that will be listing you up with the details that are mandate for the for the things. And apart from that, if you want to customize something out of it, like if you think like it had messed up something, then you can still go ahead and add it under the table. Or if it's a text field, then you will be selecting the text fields and you will be getting the data from it, and you can still go ahead and add it. Or if you are okay with the details that what it has, then when you click on next, then it would be giving you to add a collection of documents being available. When you click on the collection of documents, then what it does is like it would be urging you to add the documents that are there, and either it can be from the device or either it can be from the different things that what we have. And from there, it's like you can select up to, I mean, it's a minimum of 5 documents that what you select over there. So you would be selecting all those documents and click on upload documents. And when you had clicked on upload documents, it would be checking the documents that if it's the same kind. I don't have the same name over here, but the document is kind of same, right? So because of that, it would be, I mean, if you give it one copy, and if you give different kind of invoices, then it would be considered as only one document. So what you have to do here is like you have to have the four, I mean 5 different kind of documents being there, and you have to do it. So when you are done with that, yeah, as I told, it won't accept when it comes for 4 different documents. So as I mean, second step is like you have to train the models that are there. I am going back and getting back with the same documents that what I had created. Yeah, you can still edit it whenever you don't, whenever we want to do some edits over it. So, once you had selected it, you have the five different collections being available. You can view or delete all the documents as well. And then when you select on that particular collection, what happens is like it would be loading you up with all the fields and everything. Like you have to map it over here. You have to tag the documents. Say in case you want to get this particular part being tagged, so you can click on that and it would be allowing you to select the tag based on that. Say in case like customer ID being mentioned here, but it you have to enable it by clicking on the settings over here and mention it as available in document, and you can still go ahead and give the name that what are there, and you can give it as customer ID. And once you are done with all the mappings to it, you will be mapping all the values that are there, and then you will be selecting the next document. Unless and until you don't select the map, select the changes, then what happens is like it won't allow you to get into the next document. So you should ensure that you are selecting the different kind of mappings that what we do either in the, it also gives you in the separated form. Say in case date field, or say in case we have tables or text fields, so it gives you in a separated form. And once you are done with all the documents, um, it would be it would be moving with the next document. So you get a blue tick mark over here, right? So it means that you had verified it for that one term. And once you had clicked on all the documents only, your next button will be enabled. And when you click on next, then what happens is like you will be giving it to train, and you will now have the information to extract screen being mentioned. And inside the information to extract, it's like it will be telling you on what all the documents that are there, and it will be having the data being listed. So when you click on train, it would be giving you with the model that what it has, and it would be giving you up with the score that the document has. So since this model has been generated, what you can do is like this is the average score that what we can get. Your model can go up to 100%, right? So if you give up more documents, since I had given a very basic document, maybe I can open you up with the documents that what I had given, so that you can understand what where does the model fail now. Like it does not fail. If you give it an exact data, then it would work. Like what it does is that you I have not given any company name over here, and I had just given the sample invoices being downloaded, and all the data that are there here is kind of a what to say a pre-generated one, right? And it is not an exact one. That's why the model had told that the model's training is kind of low, and I had trained it once and the model had improved now. When you give all the values that are there, then your model accuracy will also increase. And the it depends on totally the value that what you are trying to extract it as well. And this is where the share that I was talking about. Say in case when you want to share a document, you had came in right now, right? So What's the use of this particular sharing is like you can still go ahead and use it in other applications as well. Or you can connect it inside the Power Automate as such. This is a feature which is inside the Power Automate. So now that we had built in a flow, and now when we have this particular flow, then we select on something, and when we go inside it, all the connections will be there. And when you go inside it, then when you click on the AI builder as a next option, then the you get the models being listed here. Say in case we want to extract the information from the document, right? And when you click on that, you have the models which are available under it, and you can still select it. And you can give it the form type to be form type to be either PDF or PNG or PDF, and then you can mention the form that what you need to progress on. Then this can be selected from the SharePoint, or you can upload it from your document and you can paste it over here. And once this is done, you can go ahead and call the next step of action that what you had to do. Like say in case it had to send for some approval, so create an approval is something that what we have right now. And you have to enable all the parameter that are there. And this is throwing up an error because we have not connected the site address being there. So the SharePoint has to be connected and the list name has to be done. And once that is done, the error will go up. So when you had, this is a simple flow without any connection being established as such, uh, with a just a try of what you can do inside the Power Platform for AI Builder. So when you click on add item, you have the AI builder over here, and from there you can go ahead and select the thing that whatever you had created a model on, and go ahead and use the, when you click on that again, your model, all the models that whatever you had created on for that particular name will then be created here, will then be listed here, and from there you can select and go ahead and use it. So this is all about the AI builder that what I have for now. And again, this is the same thing. I would encourage you to go and read up this particular module, because you may also get certification available from the Microsoft as such, and you also get more knowledge on how to connect the AI builder as well. Or if you have any questions, or if you want to read my blog, then I had written a blog on how to use the AI builder inside it. You can go ahead and read that as well. If you are open up to any questions, I am okay with now to answer queries.
Thank you, Bhargavi, for giving such a wonderful full information. So, participants, now you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Bhargavi, thanks for your session actually, but coming to the practically Power Automate in the sense like where exactly in layman terms actually I'm asking, where exactly in which type of practical scenario they will be using actually. I know this like Power Automate is used to automate and create a builder and these things. Where exactly in practical industry they will be using it?
Are exactly in sense like it can be used for all the manual. I mean, if you have a manual thing, say in case like you are doing a process which is a kind of repetitive one, and you have to avoid that repetitive one, then you would go ahead with the Power Automate, wherein like you can mention all the steps that are there inside the Power Automate, like actions that needs to be done, and from there the Power Automate will start doing, instead of you, it would start doing.
So similarly,
It's
they
a
are
regular.
integrating. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks actually. So they are integrating AI with Power Automate in the sense like it's a kind of a prompt we have to give and then it will automate accordingly like that.
Are you meaning the AI builder or the
Yes,
Power
yes,
Automate
AI
as a
builder.
such?
Yeah, AI builder. Yeah,
AI builder is like, as I had shown up now, there are different tools inside the AI builder. Say in case when you want to generate prompts, then you have generate prompts being available, and from there, like you will be giving the normal English, and from there it would be generating the response for you, like what you do inside the chat GPT, right? So the same thing
right.
can be done inside the AI builder as well. But the thing that what we saw right now is for document processing. So you have to upload the documents, and from there it would be getting the values and it would be generating the result for you.
So Power Automate and AI builder, he told us like for example, employee onboarding, he wants to do certain process, am I right? While onboarding,
Mm-hmm.
he has to fill some forms that can be automated using the Power Automate, correct? Like his
Mm.
fills lot of forms he
Yes,
needs to fill. Right. Yeah.
can be
Thanks,
done.
Bhargavi. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Okay. If there
Uh,
are,
I
yeah,
have one more
go ahead.
question. Yeah, Bhargavi, one quick question is that the models we have created, right, that will be exposed outside as an API. That provision is available, or we have we have to do something for that. For example,
That is, I mean, that is something which is not available right now. Like, you can share the model, and with the help of that model, like it has to run here, and from there you have to get it connected to the Power Automate, and you can run from there. And API is not something that is available right now.
okay, okay, thank you.
Okay. If there are no other questions, we are almost on time. Sorry, ahead, behind of time. So let us wrap up the session. I am happy to help post the session as well. Get in touch with. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
Multi Cloud,
And
for you.
yeah, and on the behalf of Multi Cloud for You, I would like to thank you, Bhargavi, for delivering such a wonderful session. And also, I want to thank you all the participants for joining the event. Thank you once again.
Thank you all.